DNA structure and replication. You have seen images and pictures of DNA, and DNA is short for deoxyribonucleic acid. Now, DNA contains enormous amounts of information, and it's able to store that information because of its structure. Now, we know that DNA looks like a twisted ladder or a spiral staircase, and it holds the information for life. It contains instructions to make all the different proteins an organism needs, like those for your skin, your muscles, your bones, everything. Now, all the actions you perform, such as eating, running, and even thinking, depend on proteins called enzymes. In 1952, Rosalind Franklin, who up until recently did not get the credit she deserved, used an X-ray method to photograph DNA molecules. Her data, which was shared without her permission with Watson and Crick, allowed them to correctly model DNA as a double helix. We know that the double helix looks like a twisted ladder. Now, the sides of that DNA ladder are made up of molecules of sugar called deoxyribose, alternating with molecules known as phosphates. Each rung of that twisted ladder is made up of a pair of molecules called nitrogen bases. And nitrogen bases are molecules that contain the element nitrogen and other elements. Now, DNA has 4 kinds of nitrogen bases: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. The capital letters A, capital T, capital G, and capital C are used to represent the 4 bases. Now, the bases on one side of the letter pair with the bases on the other side of the ladder. Adenine only pairs with thymine, while guanine only pairs with cytosine. This pairing pattern is the key to understanding how DNA replication occurs. Now, DNA replication begins when the 2 sides of the DNA molecule unwind and separate, somewhat like a zipper unzipping as shown in the diagram. Now, as you can see, the molecules separate between the paired nitrogen bases. Next, nitrogen bases that are floating in the nucleus pair up with bases on each half of the DNA molecule. Because of the way in which the nitrogen bases pair with one another, the order of the bases in each new DNA molecule exactly match the order of the original DNA molecule. Adenine, again, always pairs with thymine, while guanine always pairs with cytosine. Once the new bases are attached, 2 new DNA molecules are formed. Okay, let's see if you got all that, and it's time to show what you know.